Barcelona has resumed La Liga as always. 3-0 to Mallorca. But here is the problem. I turn on my TV to watch Yamal, to watch Rafinha play good football. And I end up watching the referees once again. La Liga, refereeing. I was getting so poor, fam. This is so bad for La Liga, for the image. Now, I'm not saying it's the referee's fault. Entirely, but come on, we can do better than this. So I'm going to be talking about what we saw about Rafinha, what we saw about LAMINE YAMAL in this video. So let's break it all down. Now let's start with the referees in this game. Ferran Torres' second goal for Barcelona. To me, I think that's a goal. And by the rules, it's also a goal because the referee did not actually blow his whistle. But you see, here's where the ref has to be blamed because you are the one officiating these games. If a player has a complaint, you are the one to make it clear for him or whoever that you have made this decision and not this decision. So the game can go on or stop as you have officiated. But I think where he got it so wrong was that indecision, that inclarity. It is normally a goal because the referee didn't blow his whistle. The Mallorca players thought otherwise. And so they stood and did nothing until he put the ball in the back of the net. Here is where the referee should have done better. You should be able to communicate your decision fast and clear. Now, it's a human error, but I think it costs people. These decisions that you make cost people. Just imagine this is a Champions League finals or semi-finals. And the referee is doing something this bizarre. This is unacceptable, fam. It's very disappointing to see this kind of accidents happen yet in La Liga. And concerning the first red card to the Mallorca player, I think that's 100% fair red card because he fouled Yamal and the yellow card came out. He had the yellow previously protesting the goal that Ferran Torres scored. And now what makes this whole situation for the first red card controversial or kind of tense for Mallorca fans is the first decision the referee made, like the first mistake the referee made in that Ferran Torres goal. That fact, they feel robbed at that point. So it's just kind of a cloud of emotions at that point where he gave them the red card, thinking that he robbed them of a goal, and then you are giving them a red card. So it felt controversial at that point, and the two red cards are definitely valid. Now, here's where things get twisted. We saw a very bizarre tackle from Rafinha towards the end of the first half. We saw a dangerous tackle from Rafinha, and guess what? The referee gave a yellow. By a real standard, Rafinha should be sent off. And VAR didn't even look at the screen. That's where things get controversial. But not taking away flowers from Barcelona. Barcelona had a very brilliant game. Aside from these poor decisions from the referee or controversial situations in the game, because not all the referee's fault. Barcelona had a good game. And the first goal from Rafinha. Now let me talk about what we see about Rafinha coming up from last season and getting the first goal for Barcelona in this new campaign. I think this guy is kind of disrespected. I would say that, I'll use that word, disrespected by, number one, Barcelona fans who should have his back, and number two, world football, because at this point, Rafinha is overlooked for a lot of things he should get credit for. Like the Ballon d'Or conversation is looking more far away from Rafinha, and I thought Rafinha was that catalyst, was that thing that happened to Barcelona last year. We saw how crazy Yamal was, and I'm not taking away flowers. Yamal is definitely the centerpiece of that team in terms of making things happen. But I think Rafinha did what normal Ballon d'Or winners we know did in world football. They led the team. And why we give credit to Yamal for being brilliant, I think Rafinha led his team. He should be credited for more than what he got. He won the La Liga Player of the Season, well deserved. Now, why would you blame the supporters of other clubs overlooking Rafinha when his own club, the fans of Barcelona itself, are kind of ignoring Rafinha for the brilliant work he's done? He's looking like he's going to get another crazy season, but I think he did a great job from last year and he should get more credit for what he did. And of course, the wonder kid, Yamal, he got a goal today. And things we saw about Yamal in this game coming to the new season is that this brother is about to step up. We saw him take, I saw him take like a lot of shots in this game than usual. Yamal, is that kind of fun player that wants to just have fun on the pitch. But I think maybe his agent and managers have come to think, sitting down and give him some words of advice. The next step of his career is to get the numbers because we have no doubt about the talent of this kid. This is coming from a Madrid fan. This is my jersey on. But this guy has to come to that point of taking responsibility, taking numbers, getting the stats behind his claim, the goals and the assists. He doesn't have the numbers that Ballon d'Or winners should have in terms of that regard, but he's trying to be more decisive for his team and for himself, and this is what superstars do. This is the next level. He's taking more shots. He had 7 shots in this game, 7 massive shots and about 4 on target, and he got 1 goal as a reward for that and winning the player of the match. So we are going to be seeing another dangerous season from LAMINE YAMAL, and from Madrid fan. It's supposed to be scary, but it's not, because we are cooking. I have to give a little bit credit to the Mallorca players and the fans and the coach, because after what happened in that first half, after the way everything went in that first half, it seems like lots of the decisions are not going your way. To put your head down and put up a very impressive second half. I know they did not score. I know they lost 3-0, but to keep out Barcelona with 9 men was crazy. When you got smacked 2-0 with 11 men, you were able to keep that result till almost like few minutes to the game ending before you considered a goal. And it was only going to be a matter of time before they considered, but that was a very show of character, a very high show of character from the Mallorca players and the Mallorca team. Could Barcelona defend their title?